guys, how to tell if you're dealing with somebody that's demonic or have demonic ties or satanic ties. Pretty much, so they're going to be the people that are always crying wolf, the people that are always acting like they're the victim, you know, it's always your fault, never their fault. Telling their friends it's always your fault, never their fault. People that are just toxic, plain. You can tell that they're just clearly toxic. They're the ones always spreading rumors, always spreading lies, always in the same routine of just staying there. And that's probably where they're gonna stay, but till they wake up, till they ask God to forgive them and repent all their sins and put God first, you guys are gonna stay right there at the bottom of that barrel. A lot of people with an unrepentant heart, you know, people that ain't repenting, they don't give no craps about anything. Themselves, others, lives, feelings. I mean, then again, you shouldn't be leading by feelings anyways, but you know what I mean? Those people that are always gaslighting somebody, or the people that are always talking about malicious ways that other people are doing, but really they're the ones that are doing, you know, all the damage. That's the people that are bad. You know, you need to eliminate them from the circle because it's gonna stay the same thing, guys. I know people that still talk about the same stories that happened 2 years ago. Really, nothing's happened since then. You haven't learned nothing, or you haven't found God. You still worried about the same fight that was 2 years ago, how you hit somebody 2 years ago. Guys, you're silly by now. You look ridiculous. You sound like a clown in front of everybody. Nobody wants to hear that. Those are the people that you need to eliminate from your life. These people that are bozos, that are straight up just clowns. You need to get rid of them. Let them go. Let them leave your life. That way they could really be where, you know, they always put everybody solo. They try to just solo everybody out. They try to single people out. They try to divide people. Those are the people that you need to eliminate. You eliminate them from your life. You notice you got none of that to worry about. You don't got to hear none of their words, none of their evil ways, none of the dark stuff that they're doing. You ain't got to feed into it. Even though you're friends with them, they're your family, your lovers, friends, whatever, you feed them energy. If you feed into what they're saying, you're giving them energy. You're just boosting them up. Some of these energy vampires, they need people to boost them up. That's why these girls that try to come back into my life, I cut it where it's at and I leave it where it's at. I don't even respond to a text message or respond to anything they got to say. If you even feed into it, or they say something, let's say you see them in public, they say something and you get offended by it. You're already in the wrong. You got offended. You ain't even supposed to get offended. You're supposed to let God take the wheel. You're not even supposed to worry about what they got to say. Let them say it. So if you get offended by, you see these people in public, you get offended, guys, you already lost. You just fed them energy. You give them that energy to boost them up. What we need to do is we need to break them down now. So we're breaking them down. We cut them out of our lives. We don't deal with people like this anymore. We don't feed into their nonsense and their bogus acts and their bogus jokes. Let them be where they're at. You're going to see that they stay there at the bottom of the barrel. It's really sad, guys, but you got to let them wake up sometime. And if it ain't now, then when? So it's all up to you guys. These people that are coming into our lives, cut them. They ain't serving us. They ain't serving God. Cut them. They ain't trying to help bring to the table. Cut them. That's it. This is the year of cutting people. This is no more where we're going to live on and go through these people's games and malicious acts, gaslighting, talking about how what is that word? What's that word that they say? Great. What is that word? Narcissistic. Narcissistic. The people that use that word are narcissistic themselves. They just acted and they play it real good, and they play their cards right. They know how to use it. They know how to feed into situations, topics, and people to get the wheel turning. Get that wheel turning, guys. It's going to keep on going, and you're probably going to get wrapped up in it too. You don't know it yet, but you'll probably get wrapped up in it. Don't follow that cycle, guys. Don't follow into these people's bogus words and what they say. They got something to say, let them say it. You know, right? Anyways, in a year from then, it's still going to be in the same place. Begging, hoping somebody's hearing them, asking for hope. when they're really not even going to God and asking who they need to ask. It's all right, guys. Let them dig their own grave, put the dirt right on top. Happens every time. As soon as you feed into it, as soon as you let them just agitate you, or even you feed into whatever they're saying, you lost. You already give them energy. You're giving these monsters energy. It's time to take that energy away. Let's not feed these monsters. Let's see where they end up.